As I make my way down to the airport, I'd like to give a huge thanks to Surfshark for sponsoring this video. Yep, it feels pretty awesome to be partnering up with one of my all-time favorite apps again. Hey everyone, Scott from SANspotter.com here, and yeah. The weather is absolutely abysmal here in San Diego this morning, but I don't mind. You see, I'm headed out to Hawaii today on Hawaiian Airlines flight number 15 to Honolulu, and rumor has it, the weather is a little better out there than it is here. Even though I've flown Hawaiian Airlines many times in the past, today is the day that I get to try their new lie-flat first-class product on the A330. I am kind of bummed that I don't have any bags to check though, because did I time my arrival perfectly or what? There are two things that I always do immediately after clearing the security checkpoint here at the San Diego International Airport. The first thing that I do is to grab a certain breakfast sandwich from a certain sandwich shop here in Terminal 2 West. All of you OG SANspotter subscribers know exactly the sandwich of which I speak of. The other thing that I always do is connect to the free Wi-Fi. However, we should all know by now that public Wi-Fi is not the safest thing to be transmitting personal data over, and I don't care if this is my friendly hometown airport or not, I refuse to log into any public Wi-Fi without the protection of a high-quality VPN like Surfshark. For those that don't know, a VPN is absolutely essential if you want to keep your private data safe while using public Wi-Fi. It encrypts everything that is transmitted from your phone, such as usernames, passwords, and, of course, frequent flyer numbers. If it wasn't obvious by now, Surfshark is what I use to protect my data. It's extremely versatile, mostly since having the ability to virtually change my location comes in especially handy whenever I travel to internet-restricted countries such as China. Speaking of which, I'm headed back over there next month actually, and Surfshark is what's going to allow me to stay connected to the rest of the world while I'm there. The best part? Connecting to Surfshark is extremely easy. Just open the app, select a remote server, and voila! You're safe from the bad guys who want to steal your personal data. You should also know that, yeah, it's possible to do this with one hand if your other one is occupied holding, say, a sandwich. Anyway, I've teamed up with Surfshark once again to offer the SANspotter audience a pretty sweet deal. Just sign up using my link in the description below, using the promo code SCOTT, and you'll get 83% off your entire subscription. You're also going to get not one, but 3 extra months for free. See what I mean? That's pretty sweet. Another thing worth mentioning as I wait for the boarding process to begin is that these are the final days for the Hawaiian Airlines A330 here in San Diego. Yep, it's being swapped to the A321neo next month, which, I hate to say it, is enough of a downgrade for me to start considering other airlines for my future travels between San Diego and Hawaii. Unless, of course, I start my own airline. Okay, I suck really hard at math, which is a good thing I guess, because fantasizing about starting an airline offering double daily A380 service between San Diego and Honolulu made me feel real good inside as they initiated the boarding process. Yeah, it may be a stupid idea, but let me have my fantasy, okay? So, this is it. The last time I'll get to board Hawaiian Airlines A330 here in San Diego. Unless, of course, they realize that the A321 is too small of an aircraft for this route, and they bring the A330 back with their tail tucked between their legs. If they don't, would any of you be willing to lend me $500 billion to start an airline? I'll pay you back, I promise.
Hi, good morning.
I'll be the first to admit that these aren't the most attractive lie-flat seats I've ever seen, but I am going to Hawaii today and I'm in a better mood than usual, so I'm not complaining at all. These seats are very unique though, which is neat because, to me, it's one of the things that sets Hawaiian Airlines apart from all the others. So far, so good. FYI, the legroom is quite generous. Enough so that even window seat passengers have direct aisle access, even when the person in the adjacent seat is in a fully flat position. It won't be a completely graceful exit to the aisle, but it's definitely possible with minimal goofy-looking high-stepping involved. Remember what I said earlier about maybe choosing another airline for my next trip to Hawaii? Can I take that back? There's just something special about being handed a glass of guava juice from an excessively happy person in a floral shirt. The menu. Not surprisingly, Hawaiian Airlines serves authentic Hawaiian cuisine, which is something that no other airline is doing at the moment. Anyway, this is just another thing that made me realize that I'm probably not going to go forward with the SANspotter Airways thing. You see, I know for a fact that the food would be terrible on my airline since I'd have all my money tied up in a fleet of A380s. Just a little delay pushing off the gate here as we're waiting for a tour group of 50 people to arrive. Honestly, I don't understand the need to swap the A330 to an A321. This flight is 100% full today, and from what I hear, it goes out full on a daily basis. Okay, this is where things got interesting. As you can see, the weather is abysmal, which means runway 9 is in use. For those of you who are not familiar with the San Diego airport, it's an extremely rare occurrence which only happens a few times a year. Oh my god, is this really gonna happen? Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. I can't believe it. It's actually happening. FYI, I've only had the opportunity to experience this one other time in my life, and that was way before I started doing airline reviews. This is pretty darn cool. Is there no better feeling in the world than knowing that you're officially on your way to Hawaii? Of course, we just took off, and there's always the possibility of having to crash land into Tijuana or something, but for now, I'm just gonna sit back, relax, and think of island stuff. Hot towels were passed out within the first 10 minutes of flight, and from there, I proceeded to struggle to figure out how to recline the seat. Turns out that there's a little dial on the armrest that controls the seat angle, which is something I would have known if I was paying attention to the video demonstration they played just before pushback. Next, the flight attendants started coming through the aisles, handing out huge 12.9-inch iPads for anyone who wanted to watch TV or movies. While they were busy doing that, I had plenty of time to figure out how to configure my seat for said iPad. Again, this would have been a lot easier if I was paying attention earlier, but I just gotta say that the satisfaction of figuring things out on my own is a very special feeling. Macadamia nuts and water. I know, A Mai Tai would have been the proper choice here, but if there's one thing that the brief look at the menu earlier taught me, it's that I needed to pace myself. By the way, cheers to my two newest patrons, Mike Wright and A Todos Lados Aviation. You know, if I were king of the world, I would make it illegal to put anything on pancakes other than maple syrup. I'm not an overly picky eater or anything, but I sure must have looked like one as I desperately tried to save my pancakes from being drowned in whipped cream. See what I mean about all the rich food? My blood sugar levels would have been in deadly territory if I indulged in a Mai Tai earlier, and arriving in Hawaii dead is not how I enjoy arriving in Hawaii. This is a pineapple vanilla shortcake, by the way, and it was spectacular. With the breakfast service complete, it's time to get footage of me looking cool and sophisticated as I stowed the tray table. Unfortunately, I'm neither cool nor sophisticated. Just about an hour and a half of flying time remaining, and with an urge to get video footage of that big engine spinning right outside my window, I'm kind of feeling like being that guy. You know, the guy who opens the window shade and blinds everyone in the cabin because he needs video footage of the engine. Do I be that guy, or do I not be that guy? Long story short, I decided not to be that guy. Instead, I focused all my attention on being lazy in this lie-flat seat while watching Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. A pretty good movie and an awfully good seat. I highly recommend both. Especially the seat, since it's pretty comfy when flat, and I know I could sleep like a baby in one of these things on a long flight down to Australia or something. Hold on now. Just so you know, there were other window shades in the cabin already open when I opened mine just now. They were that guy, not me. Anyway, there were sweet Maui onion potato chips for all just prior to landing. Not only is it always exciting to get the first glimpse of the Hawaiian Islands after a long flight from the mainland, I'm especially happy since the chances of ditching in the ocean and getting eaten by hungry ocean beasts is greatly diminished at this point. If we go down, I want to hit a rock, not water. On a serious note, this flight has convinced me, once again, that Hawaiian Airlines First Class is, hands down, the best way to and from the Hawaiian Islands, no matter what type of aircraft it is. Sure, there are no lie-flat seats on the A321s, but Hawaiian Airlines cabin service is so hard to beat that I'd personally choose that non-stop A321 out of San Diego instead of connecting at LAX or SFO to a United or Delta flight with lie-flat seats. Really. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Honolulu. Before deplaning, I'd like to direct your attention to the list of SANspotter patrons. A fine group of people who graciously support my content and help to keep it flowing. Oh, and I especially need to shout out Tongan Traveler this time, since this flight brought me 2,500 miles closer to his homeland, and I feel like I'm in his part of the world now. Kind of. Sort of. Want to see more? Then do stay tuned for my next video, which is a full review of the Hawaiian Airlines A330 Premium Economy product on the flight back to San Diego from Honolulu. Until then, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.